Good morning, guys. So today I have a process video for you, and this first part of the video is just me making a background with a stencil from Simon Says Stamp and some Aleene's glitter snow. So the stencil is called Falling Snow, and it's a 6x6 stencil, and I wanted to use it on a 12x12 page, so I just did it in 4 squares and then went back and filled in wherever I thought it needed filled in. And the glitter snow didn't come out as glittery as I thought it would. I think perhaps you're supposed to stir it, and I didn't stir it. So next time I use it, I'm going to stir it and see if it's a little more glittery. But as you can see, it looks really pretty, and this stencil is just awesome. So I'm just going to go ahead and scrape the snow texture on there and then clean it off, and then I'll start the process video for the layout. Hi guys, so here is how my textured page came out when I used the snow stuff on the with the stencil yesterday. This is the result, and I think it's really pretty. It's sparkly in person. It's not real sparkly, but it's a little sparkly. So I'm going to go ahead and use this to make a scrapbook page of these 2 photos, and they are the first snow in our new house this year. So I'm going to go ahead and scrapbook these, and I've got a couple things pulled out. I'm not real sure what I'm going to use other than maybe some paper from this little paper pad. I don't really have a whole lot of stuff that's winter themed without it being Christmas, so I'm just going to go through my stash and see what I can find. So thank you for watching, and I'm going to put you on fast forward. Bye. Okay, so I've got these 3 sheets of paper that I know that I want to use on this layout. I just don't know how I want to use them yet. And I cut this red paper, the red stripe paper, in half, which I shouldn't have done, but I did it anyway. But I made it work, so it's okay. And I'm going to use that as a photo mat for my one photo there. And I decided to switch sides because when you walk out my front door, that's this is going to sound silly, but when I walk out my front door, I see the hedges right there, and then the tree is to the right. So on my page, I wanted it to be laid out the way that it is when you walk out the door. And I thought about using a card, one of those cards on this layout, but none of them really went. I think it was the craft that kept throwing me off. Now looking back, I think I could have made those diagonal red stripes work somehow, but I just wasn't feeling it at the moment. So my adhesive runner ran out, and I had to start using that Glue Glider Pro, which I don't really care for. It's a neat little glue gun, but the glue comes out in these little, like, squares that are connected, and it's just, I don't know, I just don't care for it. So I've matted both of my photos in the same paper now, and that's where I was trying to make that red diagonal stripe paper work, and I think it could have been really pretty now. But c'est la vie. Okay, so now I've got the snowman paper, and I know that I want to use that over there on the left hand side because I want to make it even so that each picture is the same height. So I'm going to distress the edges with some faded jeans, I think, or maybe broken china. I can't remember which color it was, but I just wanted it to not blend into the page so much. And then I have this one piece of paper. It's from a 6x6 paper pad, and it's got a little heart, and it's snowing, you know, and the heart's coming out of the chimney, and I wanted to kind of fussy cut that and put that on there. So I did that and went around the edges with that so that it wouldn't just blend into the page either. And I'm going to end up moving it down to the corner. I'm not going to leave it right there, so you'll see that in just a minute. So I cut that little red paper. I had a little bit left, and I cut it in strips, and I'm just going to put one on the top and one on the bottom. And I've got a border strip here that actually came from a Valentine's Day sticker sheet, but it worked. So it's going to be snowflakes on this page. And I've got a sticker right now, and I'm trying to get the sticky off of it. And now I'm going through my die cuts. And if you've seen my other videos, you know that that's how I store my die cuts, in those little photo boxes, and I store them by color. So now I'm going through the blue ones, and then next I'm going to go through the red ones and just looking for anything that will kind of highlight the red in this layout. I didn't want it to be monochromatic. I wanted some red in there, like just a pop of red here and there. Okay, so I found this little tag that's got diagonal stripes on it, and it's red, and I thought that was really cute, so I'm going to end up using that. And I also found this little die cut that's red, and it says snap, and I'm going to use that as well. And I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to put things right now. And this is where I'm going to glue the little house down in the right hand bottom corner. And then I think I'm making photo corners. So I took a scrap piece of that red stripe paper and made photo corners for the photo on the left. And I'm just going to go around the edges of that so that they'll pop out a little bit and put those on the photo mat. And now I think I'm going to put down some snowflakes. I hate when I think I'm going to do something and I do something else. I contradict myself. Now I'm going to glue down my pictures. Okay, there we go. So those little snowflakes are cut from a Sizzix die that I have. It's a little green Sizzix die. It's very old, but it's my favorite snowflake die. And I think that's glitter paper. Yeah, I use glitter paper. And now I'm getting a little wood veneer house, and I found one that looks just like my house. I mean, it's almost identical to my house. So I colored it a little bit of blue with my Distress with the broken china, and then I sprayed it with the Blizzard Mr. Huey's, but it didn't, I mean, it made it shiny, but you can't really tell on the camera. You can only tell in person. So I want to put it down there in that left hand corner of that photo, but it needs something to sit on, so I'm going to look for something in a minute. Right now I'm just trying to figure out where everything else is going to go. I find it really hard to do pages like this when I don't have any like collection-based embellishments. It's just really difficult for me to embellish pages without matching embellishments. So I'm looking for something to put that little house on now. And I couldn't find anything, so I took an old Stampin' Up! Punch and cut out this shape out of that red stripe paper. And I'm just going to use that to put my little house on with some hot glue. So yeah, I just kind of played around with little die cuts and stuff. This was not an easy page for me. It didn't take very long, but it just didn't feel like cohesive, I guess, if that makes any sense. It was like trying to make a page out of scraps or something. It was sort of like that. But I think it turned out okay in the end. The snow texture is what I wanted to focus on, besides the pictures. I wanted the texture in the background to be kind of the star of the show. So I think I accomplished that. So now I'm going to put the title on. And I didn't want to bore you by having to watch me put the whole title on, so I just skipped to the end, and there the title's on. And if I would have known, I would have started further to the left, because my title was too long for the pictures, but that's okay. So now I'm just gluing down the last little bits and pieces, and then I think I'm going to add some more snowflakes, but they're going to be wood snowflakes, wood veneer snowflakes. Oh, and that little banner that I'm putting down there right now, it says something like, "There's nothing better than this." Because I'm from Florida originally, and it doesn't snow a lot where I live. I live near Seattle, and it's cold and wet a lot, but it's just not cold enough to snow. We're right at sea level, so it's difficult to get a lot of snow. So I'm going to glue down all of these little, well, the reason I was telling you that was just because I love the snow. I didn't see snow until I was like in my 20s and I moved to Virginia. Okay, so that is I was talking too much. I put some wood veneers on there, and that is my layout. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back soon with another. Have a great day.